I have always remained loyal to the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, regardless of who is in power. This is why I have refrained from speaking against any of the government's policy in the past few months. However, things are going too far. Things are getting out of hand. The decisions and the policies of this administration are gradually eroding the system that they were supposed to strengthen. And today, I am finally breaking my silence and addressing some of the past lies that have been sold to us. Do you remember the man who came to TVC and said that Nigeria has the cheapest flight, those interstate cheapest flight? This is a very, very big lie. So I will try to get the video and share with us.
If my husband Nigerians are the cheapest fares in the world domestically. The cheapest. And I'll prove it to you now. Let's go. Can we do it? Yes, go ahead. Okay. I will go to. Are you talking about this season? Or not this season, generally. Generally, even this season, Nigerians are paying the cheapest. For instance, go and Google Delta Air. Now, as we see down here, Google Delta Air. Do Atlanta to Charleston. Atlanta to Charleston is about less than 50 minutes flight. Yeah, so it's like going to Owerri or thereabouts. Yes. Today, he's selling in 2 weeks' time, say 5th, Google 5th of January. So that will give some time. If I do today, we say, oh, it's only because it's today. Just put 5th of January there. You'll be seeing about 400 and something dollars. For the we can't
Experience.
use America alone for comparison. No, I'm if we use Europe, for example, no, I'm there are options in Europe. No, I'm
Then
coming to
different
that. Cheap
between the
flights.
states in Nigeria. For example, traveling from Sokoto to Lagos
No. See,
is like
aviation is the same aviation
times 10 of
worldwide.
what it would cost to travel from Portugal to Italy. Several times I've taken flight from Fiumicino or Ciampino airport in Italy to the aeroporto in Portugal or the airport at Lisbon, and I have never spent up to 50 euro to do the journey, even though I book it a week or 2 weeks to my traveling. This has been the fact. But in Nigeria, you know what it costs. I will check the cost of flight and I'll be adding it to this video. Once again, I remember there was a man who missed his flight. We met at the Champino airport. When we met there, the guy was lamenting that, oh, you need to book another flight, but it was agent who booked the flight for him. So he was traveling from Champino to Manchester. I told him he should calm down. I took my app for Ria Airline and I checked. No, it was Fumicino, FCO. It was from Fumicino. So I took my uh, phone and checked Fumicino to Manchester United. Manchester's, the state Manchester. And I was able to get about 23 euro flight for this man. The man was very surprised. He said how much he paid to the agent is even more expensive than how much I was getting the flight for him. And that flight was taken off that day, that same day. So this man booked the flight and he was able to get to his destination with less than 25 euros. Do you know how much it will take me to travel all the way from Sokoto to Lagos? Be small thing. It would definitely be more than 50 euros if I wanted to take that flight. Lastly, the cost of a round trip from United States to most expensive airports. Let me say the most expensive will be in Abuja. To Abuja, to and fro. Do you know it's less than $500? Why a round trip within Nigeria is between $250 to $400? Why that of round trip from United States to and fro is less than $500? We will check everything so that it will not be like as if I'm exaggerating. So in my conclusion, flying within Nigeria is about 5 to 10 times more expensive than flying between countries in Europe and even in America, because the man was making
Don't
reference
suffocate them.
to Delta Airline.
We have
It's
that
just like you talking
responsibility.
about phone. Somebody starts saying that, oh, phone in Nigeria is very, very expensive. And is asking you to make comparison between how much they sell iPhone in another country and how much they are selling itel or Infinix, how much they are selling it in Nigeria. We can compare the price of iPhone and itel, even though they start with both II. So telling you to make the comparison between Delta Airline and whatsoever airline is talking about in Nigeria, it's not a valid comparison.
Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility. 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 Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility.
Lastly, on that, una no go kill us, so you this government. The government now charge VAT as much as 7.5 on transactions that are being made. So you mean if I made a transaction by maybe doing business with somebody, I paid a value added tax for the services which the person rendered to me. So, for example, I'm paying my children's school fees. I paid value added tax um, through the school fees. Now I have a lot of bank charges and tax on my payment, which I have made. Then also, I will be paying value added tax from the transaction of the bank which I'm using to pay to the uh, uh, this government really let the poor breathe. You are letting the poor breathe. In fact, you are really letting the poor breathe. On the tax issue, this administration want to buy the living with the cost of living. Countries where people are paying tax as much as we are paying, or the government is telling us to pay, are benefiting very juicy aspect of the tax. I was privileged to school in one of the European universities in Italy, a public university. As an international student, I benefited from the working class tax money that they paid to the government. I schooled in a place or in the university where the tuition is free, where the accommodation was free, where the meal was free. And at the end of every semester, we got some stipends to hold our body and soul together as long you pass the number of units that you are expected to pass. These are part of the things they use they use a tax money to do. I remember when I had Erasmus to Portugal, the same thing happened. The healthcare there is free. Even though you don't have health insurance card, on maybe weekend days, you go to the clinic, the doctor is definitely going to attend to you. Do we have such working system? Are we sure when people start paying this tax that in fact, they already start paying it? Are they going to get this benefit? Are they going to be getting these benefits? Education is free in those places. My friends who had children in Aveiro in Portugal, all of them, their kids are going to free schools. I mean, from primary school to high school. So what is the benefit people are going to gain in the tax? You are just coming to tell us, oh, we collect this 3%, we collect this 7%, we collect this 12%, we collect this 25%. What are the benefits that are there for the citizens of the country Nigeria? We are here to hear what we are going to be benefiting from this. So please, I want the administration. So here is my plea. I'm pleading to whosoever authority that is in charge that you should fix the local flight prices, investigate the reason why the prices are still very high, so that people can have access to the services. Number two, show us where our taxes will be going. Let us know the benefit of us paying these taxes. E no clear. E no clear. Use the money for public schools, use it for hospital, use it for stable lights, good road, security. And lastly, cancel the bad taxes like VAT on transfer. Please don't kill the small business. Let the poor breathe.